Hello everybody and welcome to Mindful and Physical Therapy based workouts. This one is a reformer workout on the Allegro 2 with the tower setup. We're using the box as well. We'll get started at the head of the reformer at the bar and I'll guide you through so you can build awareness and be mindful throughout. Let's get started. We're standing at the end here and my bar is in a high setup so I can lean against it. I have one red spring on. So my legs are gonna lean into the bar and my hands are holding on to the carriage, and then I'm gonna push the carriage all the way out, stretching out long. And then come back up. And then for my second one, I'm even gonna put my feet a little further back. The heels do not have to touch the floor. And I want to lean into the bar and then push all the way forward. So getting that deep stretch here for the shoulders, for the spine, for the back of the legs, and come back. You want to engage some abs to support, engage your glutes, keeping your neck nice and long and create space at the base of the skull. Like a downward facing dog, and then come back. And then push out one more time to stay here. And then from here, I am going right into an overhead press. Pushing forward and pulling back in. Wide elbows, strength in the shoulders, in your arms. Feel supported by your shoulder blades. So feel your shoulder blades nice and wide on your rib cage, on your upper back. Using your exhale to push. And we'll have 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then rolling up all the way into standing, round back here, and then roll up all the way. Bend your knees a little bit so you can press your feet down into the ground, and then bring the arms all the way up and all the way down, and then we're ready to go. Stepping onto the reformer on all fours, placing my hands next to the shoulder blocks, slightly turned in, the knees separated and a hip width apart. We'll keep that red spring on and lift through your sternum, lift the face, the head off the floor, and then inhale to prep. Exhale, lift your knees, and then tap the knees down to prep your core. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them up, and then we're gonna push out and pull back in. Strong arms, strong shoulders. Awareness in the feet, your toes separated, space between them. The knees keep tracking that straight line. And keep them separated in that hip width. 10, 9, 8, 7, keep your abs pulled in. 6, ribs are closing. 5, pelvic floor is lifting. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then release. Just release into a child pose for a moment, relaxing your head down. And then onto your forearms. You can put your forearms between your shoulder blocks, maybe even holding on to the headpiece on your left knee, and the right heel is going to push into the bar, and we're going to push and push and push. Last two, last one, and then switch to the other side. And push, and just keep that stability going. We're going to add another spring after for more resistance. Last two, last one. And then sit down into a child pose. Give yourself a moment to breathe, to lengthen your neck, open the shoulders, and then slowly rolling up all the way. And add a blue spring. So we have one red, one blue, a full spring, a half spring. And I'm gonna push my hands now into the shoulder block, so we'll have a little bit of a tighter setup, and then push. So definitely more resistance. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. A little breather, reset, recalibrate. I'm right on the edge with my right knee, so I can push my left heel in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Onto my knees, taking a breather here, hands behind the back, opening the chest. That was a lot of work on the shoulders, a lot of stabilizing work. And I'm gonna use the position here, hands on the bar, switching to one red spring only, and the heels pushing into the shoulder blocks. Straight legs forward, and I'm gonna just dip and come up, and dip and come up. Tap down with my hamstrings right on the edge of the carriage. And push. And push. Pelvic floor lifting, the shoulders pushing away from the ears. Let those shoulders open up and draw down your back. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And then just sit on your bar for a moment. Just take the right arm all the way over for a side bend. And left arm all the way over for a side bend. And then come back. I'm gonna bring the box. And we're putting the box on the side, keeping that. Red spring on, left foot goes on the box, right foot against the shoulder block. And now down into a nice lunge, bending both knees, and I'm gonna push the back leg out. engaging the glutes on the left side and on the right side just as well. Feeling super stable and squared off in my pelvis, the shoulders, keeping stability in the spine. So you want to stick your butt out. 4, 3, 2, spreading those toes, and 1. And then I'm going straight onto the bar, both feet against the shoulder blocks, into a plank. And then just that little pull in and push. Little pull in. Try to feel your abs here. Pull under slowly and push. And pull. Getting deep into the abs. Feel the connection between pubic bone and navel, ribs and navel. And 4 more. 3. And 2. And 1. And then just walk your feet forward. Carefully pull, making sure the bar is stable. Pull from the bar, take a stretch. And then bring both hands over into the left corner. The feet in the center and together. And then push out and pull towards the left elbow. And pull. Try to feel your obliques in that twist. And same dynamic of pulling in with resistance. Four more. 3, 2, 1. And then stepping forward. And just releasing over the bar for a moment, releasing the neck, and then switching over to the other side. Feet together, and pull towards the right elbow. Making sure those obliques are on. Navel is pulled in. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stepping back. Taking a stretch here. And then I'm gonna just move the box over to the other side. Place my right foot on the box. Getting ready for the lunge here. Down, bending both knees. And I'm gonna push. Strong glutes, strong stance. Your feet full of awareness and your toes spread out. And 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And then come back. Moving the box as a short box now. And I'm going to keep my red spring on. I'm using my foot strap. Bringing my left knee up and making sure I can really lean into that foot strap and trust it. Right hand goes behind the head, and at first I'm going to keep my left hand down just to see how far down I can go. Once I feel stable, I can put it behind my head, move into that side bend, go deep, and come up. Working the side core really effectively. Stretching my right leg all the way away from my body. And 4 more. And 1. Coming back for a moment, just placing the right foot down on the carriage, hands in front of the chest, inhale, exhale, twist to one side, and inhale back, exhale, twist to the other side, and come back. And then we're gonna go straight back in, the hands behind the head. This time we're gonna turn all the way down, and come up. We have 8 more. Six more. Using your core. 5. 4. 3, 2, 1, and come back. Just sitting on the box, feet on the carriage. Just rooting your sit bones down, and then we're gonna have one arm and the other one. And just do a little wheel here. Getting some rotation and some shoulder mobility into here. And also giving the side core a little break. And then we're going to switch sides. Getting ready here. If you need to test, keep that right hand down and then place it behind the head once you feel good. And come up. Really working the side. We have 6 more. Last 3, keeping the head aligned. 2, and 1. Now just place that foot down on the carriage. Hands in front of the chest. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Reset. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist. And come back. Back into that foot strap. We're gonna turn all the way down, so we'll bring in some rotation. And we have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and all the way into seated. Well done. Bring the arms all the way forward and up, and reach behind, And both arms forward and up. Reach behind. One more time. And we'll go into standing now. Add a blue spring. So we have one red, one blue. We're gonna have that foot against the box. And down into the squat. And we're just gonna push and push with both legs. Push and push. So a lot of work for your gluteus medius on both sides. Four, three, two, and one. And then hold it here, and we're gonna go down into squat, and we're coming up and squatting down, keeping the carriage stable, coming up, squatting down, coming up. Feel a lot of transverse underneath my fingertips here. So you want to really wrap it around, keep the stability. Last four, three, two, and one. And then come back. Let's give the glutes a little break. I'm gonna just free up those straps so they're not in my way since I'm moving the carriage in and out. I'm gonna take off my blue spring just for a moment. And then onto my forearms on the box. And onto the foot bar. And then I'm bending in and pushing out. Lots of core here, stability in the shoulders. And we'll have four more. Refresh the shoulders, lift your sternum. Last two, work the legs. Last one. And then transfer onto just one elbow and into a side plank. And we'll have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then other side on your left. Arm up and push. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And stepping down carefully. Now you can just stand on the platform and then push against the edge of the box just for a stretch here. Another one of those downward facing dogs. Bend your knees a little bit so you can dip down even further and then slowly coming back. Rounding your back. And I'm gonna add on my blue spring. Coming up, facing the other way now for my squats. I'm gonna go down into the squat and push with both legs. And I want to feel really strong around my pelvic girdle, the abs, the glutes, pelvic floor, lifting up the middle. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then hold it here, and I'm going to squat down for 10, 9, 8, carriage is still, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Taking off that box now for a moment. And I just leave a blue spring on, grabbing my straps here. And I'm standing on the carriage, and you gotta be careful not to lose your balance as you step on here in a lunge position, carefully pulling, and then I'm holding on to those the ends of the straps, and I pull the elbows into my rib cage so that I can do a nice tricep extension, just pushing my hands back, keeping the elbows where they are. Now I'm engaging my legs, my glutes. So lots of leg work, lots of core work, lots of stability added on to the tricep work. We'll have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now carefully switch legs. I'm switching to a bicep curl, so palms up and pull. Sticking my butt out. Make sure your back is extended, shoulders back. Working the biceps. Pulling the hand towards the shoulder. Last 4. 3, 2, and 1. And then release. Slowly coming back. And we're just going to go into all fours. The feet on the platform and into a nice cat and cow stretch. And exhale all the way. And inhale. One more time. Rounding, pulling that navel in deep, and then leading with your sternum into a nice extension here. And then we're ready for some core. We're gonna have the straps here. We're gonna have them ready, and I'm gonna lower the bar so it's not gonna be in my way. So releasing it and all the way down. Now facing the tower. I'm on that blue spring still. My feet on the headrest and inhale, and on the exhale, slowly rolling back. And inhale, coming back up. So the arms stay straight. And I'm just pulling from my navel. Trying to connect deeply in the front. Trying to suck in, carve out as much as I can to get that depth. So you really want to dig in deep. And then I'm starting on my sit bones, and from my sit bones over my butt, sacrum. And then after the sacrum, I feel my lumbar 5, 4, 3, and then all the way up to the thoracic spine even. So try to articulate, be very mindful. That's also going to enhance the work in your abs. And then right where it's the hardest, where I feel most of the work, I'm going to stay and I'm just going to do a little up and down to get a little deeper in there. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And from here, I'm going to turn around, adding a red spring. I have a red and a blue. I'm going to lie down onto my back to continue working the abs, holding onto the small straps. Legs up in a tabletop, and then inhale here. And exhale, chin to chest. Coming up. And inhale. Exhale. And I'm going to add my legs. Deepening the abs, keeping the stability in the spine. Flattening the abdominal wall. And we'll have 10 more. Eight more. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. And release. I'm gonna put my feet straight into the straps now. While we're here, I'm gonna add some nice leg circles so the heels press together. And we're going to go straight into the circles, giving the stomach a break, breathing through and mobilizing the hips. And try to explore and feel smooth movement, smooth articulation in the hip joints. Slowly increasing the range of motion. Finding some good stretch. Feeling the inside thighs here. They're working and they're stretching. So you're working them in length, which really creates more flexibility. And then reverse the circles. Last 4. And last one. And release. Out of the straps, the feet on the platform. Just open those arms out, letting the legs go side to side. And then slowly coming up here, we're going down to 1 rep spring. And I'm using the tower now with the bar, and I have 2 yellow springs on here for my bar. I'm gonna hold on to the outside, scooting back just a little bit so my toes can just grab around the edge, and then I'm pulling towards my chest. And the carriage is moving. So I'm pulling into a row, waiting for the carriage to move, creating all that tension with the delay, working my upper back, the back of the shoulders. I'm working my abs. You want to extend the hips, keeping your balance. So there's some good thigh work too. And exhale. Exhale. Glutes are on, abs are on. Lift through your pelvic floor. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Last 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then I'm gonna just sit down onto my heels. Inhale here, and exhale, roll all the way back. Just lean back into a good stretch here. All the way. And you're being held. Mobilize your spine and inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, slowly coming up. And inhale. Exhale, slowly going all the way back. Getting all that mobility. And coming back. And then one more time. Bring back the head. And then lean forward and take another stretch here. And this feels so good. Just letting go of your chest, lengthening your neck, lengthening your shoulders. And then keep the bar and go into seated. And then just slowly pull back and pull from your navel all the way. Pull and just come back a little. And slowly pull and let the carriage move slowly. Abs are pulling in and coming back just a little. And pull back slowly. So your navel, your abdominal wall is pulling the springs, is pulling the bar. Move slowly because you want to take that time to let the carriage follow and then bring the carriage back again. So still have that red spring on, giving me the exact right amount of resistance. So lots of deepening here, and then I'm holding it here and then lean to one side. Lean to the other side and get your obliques going. And really work it, twist it, and twist it. And side bend, side bend. And keep pulling in. Keep breathing. One last time right, last time left, and then back to the center. And then I'm just gonna pulse and back and back and back. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then release. I'm gonna go into a cross-legged, reaching forward, and this is a beautiful stretch for your glutes, relaxing your stomach, opening your shoulders. And then gently letting go of that spring. And we are going to bring back the box. And one blue spring. The bar stays down. I am gonna hop on the box onto my stomach. So I'm already pushing out here a little bit, so my thighs get on the edge of the box, and my hands on the rails, and get that nice stretch here, elongating through the legs all the way, elongating through the arms, and then inhale, and then exhale, straight arms, and I'm just gonna pull forward. And inhale, working my back. Also lifting the legs for some glutes. And inhale, lower. Exhale, lats, upper back, back extensors, glutes, hamstrings, and calves. The entire posterior chain. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And we'll have 4 more. And the last one. And then I'm just going to dive down, all the way down over the box. Deep stretch here. And then walking myself back up. And just seated on the box. I'm gonna grab the straps. I'm gonna add on a red, remove the blue, grab those straps, and then just gonna push back. Just nice and centering. The feet are grounded, my sit bones are pressing down, and I'm just feeling very present and empowered. Feeling wide and expanded through the back. closing the ribs, feeling strong in the core. Last 3, 2, and 1. And then just turning around. We'll add some ab work here on the box. And we're gonna have the arms forward and then just roll back a little bit so you can really feel the abs here and then push forward. And I'm just gonna roll back a little bit onto my sacrum and then bring it forward. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Staying in that C curve. Last 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then release. And putting the straps back onto the hooks. And I'm just scooting forward to place my feet on the bar. And then just releasing over my legs, releasing my head, my neck, the shoulders, breathing into the back. And then slowly coming up, just the feet on the platform. Feeling the sit bones, pressing down, and then 1 deep inhale. And the palms pressing together and sliding down through the midline to finish off the session. And into the heart. And then you're all done. Thank you so much for joining. Please like and subscribe. There's a super thanks button down on the right. And I am very grateful for any support that you would like to make. See you soon.